Not in one sip though.
Yeah, no. Wow. So going from this, the bourbon barrel, to the Weeder melon, it tastes
Awful.
way different.
Probably tastes awful.
It does.
Yeah.
And I really like this beer. Let me try the other one.
Try something else. Go lighter. Or lighter.
This is as light as I can go.
Or go
Truly.
less light.
Less light?
Yeah, like work
Go
your way
heavy?
down. Yeah.
This one, right? What was this one? 7.5. That'll work.
Excuse me. I think so. I think that'll work. There's so many burps.
I don't know.
Microphone. Try this one. This is all of them. Try them all.
I still don't like that
Try
one.
this one.
Actually, it tastes better.
So then you might like it?
No, it tastes better. I still don't like it. The French toast is less prominent.
Yeah.
I think by drinking all of these like that and going straight into it, I think that messed up my taste buds. I think.
Yeah, we should have had a palate cleanser, like some water or something.
Well, okay, we'll have to rebuy all of this.
That's
You think the liquor store's open right now?
If it is, I ain't going. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll die.
Yeah,
I'll
and then I
die.
replaced the blondes there. I'd switch them out
Oh,
with
something else.
Labatt.
Might as well at this point.
PBR.
But you gotta keep that for our other one, our other
Yeah.
review. So the beer review,
Yeah, so like we're gonna do the
pretty good. You stretch
The-
yourself.
shitty beer.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like the good beer, you stretch yourself pretty well. Like,
Like Stretch
drinking.
Armstrong.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
stretch beer strong, and you drink stuff that you don't normally drink.
I know, and I liked most of it.
Yeah.
I don't
That's how
like
it
the vanilla bean porter. I mean, it's alright. I didn't like that one. That one was okay.
Yeah, but that one of those was yours.
Both
You picked.
both those ones were mine.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe beers in cans don't taste as good in bottles, which I think is actually a thing.
I think it might be because
And then like on
I
draft,
prefer
it's
bottles.
like way better.
I like draft beer as much as I like bottled beer, but draft beer gives worse hangovers when you go to bars that don't clean their lines.
What's a hangover?
It's this thing where like you get hung over a side of something, you know, like
Like
a building.
Oh.
It happens
That's
when
weird.
you can't pay your debt.
Yeah. Luckily, I have not.
They either break your knees or give you a hangover. It's a knee break or hangover. I
feel
usually go
like-
with the hangover.
Yeah, I like my knees.
You can have 3 hangovers before they give you a knee break.
Luckily, I've never had a hangover, and I've never had a knee break. So.
Well, you need 3
I did have a
hangovers.
nose break, though.
That's even worse.
But
too.
I was only 2 years old when it happened, so.
When I was 2, I fell off the stove and my teeth went through, and you can see it right there.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck were you on a stove?
I have no idea. It's just a story
You
my
were-
mom told
you
me
were
about the
standing
time
on
that my
a
teeth went
stove.
through there. Apparently, I like to climb on things. Like, I push chairs to things and climb on them. But yeah, there's a little scar where
It could've
tooth
been
went right
worse.
through.
You could have been set on fire and a tooth went through.
Well,
so.
I wasn't smart enough to turn the stove on.
But it could have accidentally turned on.
Which-
The stoves back then
yeah.
weren't as smart as they are
As
now.
toddlers?
It's like the igniters. No, but like were there always igniters?
I have no idea. I'm not a stoveologist.
Well, I'm not a stoveologist either, but I feel like you'd always just like turn it on and turn on. Like,
Isn't
what
that how my stove works here? On your
Mine?
stove?
You have to like do the light thing, and it's like, and it
Oh,
lights,
you know
and
what?
then you
Yeah,
turn
you have
it.
gas. I have electric, so that's
Oh
probably different.
yeah, ugh,
Yeah.
electric. Woof.
It works.
It does work.
My gas
but-
bill's really low.
Yeah,
I mean,
because it's electric, dum dum.
I
Like
know.
it uses electricity. Our gas bill's not that high though.
My gas
Even though we
bill
we
in the
cook a
winter
lot.
is really high, and my electric bill is really low. Obviously, same as everyone else.
Obviously. And then in the
I'm a
summer,
normal person.
your electric bill goes up because your AC is on electric.
I'm disconnecting that. I don't need it.
Yeah, you do. Michigan's
I'm
like
gonna live in the basement.
Michigan's like we're gonna have a polar vortex and then we're gonna have the hottest summer ever, and I hope that happens because this is the summer of all of our things that are happening. The bachelor party and the bachelor party.
Why would you want the hottest summer ever for
I want it to
everything?
be so sweltering hot that all I'm gonna do is get in the water.
You can get in the water on normal temperature summers.
No, I like it to be really hot.
Yeah, but now it's really hot and half that water is
Well,
sweat. You're sweating in a pool of sweat, Andrea.
I don't care. That's fine. It's normal anyway. Also, like I don't want it for like the Earth. Like I want Earth to like be better, but like that's not gonna happen in our decade or our lifetime. Probably our kids are gonna have to do that. Fix it. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Figure it out. That was a good show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Summer Sanders, right? I think that was the host.
Oh.
They dropped slime on people. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Figure it out.
It was like their game
You
show.
figure it out and then drop the slime.
Yeah, with the host
Gross.
Summer Sanders.
I think so.
Sandy Summers.
Mark Summers. Just kidding.
Mark Summers did another
Double Dare.
slime show. Yeah.
Double Dare. Double
Yeah.
Dare is the best. It's coming to Detroit.
What?
Double Dare is coming to Detroit with Mark Summers.
I thought it got canceled like 20 years
It
ago.
did, but now because we're ruling the world right now, millennials are ish.
Oh.
All of our stuff is coming back, and one of our things is Mark Summers and Double Dare, and he's doing a tour. It's like a tour. It's
He's
not
like
like
the
a,
only person in the world profiting off of millennials right now.
He's not the only
I know.
person in the world. It's literally everyone.
Well, you saw Panera cut off the Panera Cares, which is
I have no idea what that means.
so Panera had, and
No
it's actually a
idea.
really great thing that they had 5 locations called Panera Cares, and it was pay what you want.
Oh yeah. I
And
heard
so
about
like
that.
yeah, so like they're just closing their Boston location, which is their last one, and the reason for it, from what I've seen on the interwebs, and I haven't dived too much into it. It's mostly headlines because I didn't really, the closest one they had was in Dearborn, and I didn't know about it until today, and it closed down like a year ago. So I didn't, no free food for me. No, millennials went in and just took food. They got their food. They didn't pay for it. Now, 50% of their customer base did pay at full value, but then the other 50% didn't. And it's just not a way to run a business.
Yeah.
So
Also, but why'd they do that?
they did it because it's actually a really good humanitarian idea. There was a store that was in the Southwest that they modeled it off of, or not a store, but a food chain. It was so everyone can eat, or so everyone may eat, or something like same. It was called Same, so all may eat. I'm remembering things, and I don't know anything about that business other than that's what they're modeled it off of. So it's amazing what you can learn on Twitter headlines.
I don't even go on Twitter.
Yeah, it's a horrible mess. I don't recommend it. It's the worst social platform of all time.
Yeah.
Besides, like, Tumblr. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, Tumblr. I used to only go there to look at porn, but no.
They have porn on Tumblr?
They do, but I don't go there for it anymore. It
haven't
turned weird. Yeah. I don't use that. I don't even use Imager anymore. And I used to use it all the time.
I've never used Imager, and
I hate Reddit. Reddit's like too hard to decipher.
well, there's so many subreddits.
There's too many.
And like, it's
It's
very
just
difficult
too
to keep
many.
track of. The only thing that I look at on Reddit is PewDiePie submissions. That's it. And then I stopped doing that because I could just watch them on the Y.
I don't even go on the Y, which is I assume YouTube.
It's a segment on PewDiePie show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't watch PewDiePie, which you know that. Let's not.
Let's not talk about PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I'm getting 9-year-olds to watch this. That's what's happening.
I don't like PewDiePie.
I'll edit that out.
Oh. You can if you want to. That's fine. I just remember when we watched it.
Oh yeah, no, that probably wasn't a good introductory
episode. Not my thing.
Alex is the one that got me into PewDiePie, so like, you know.
I feel like I'm too old. I'm too old for it.
He's my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and
like,
I'm almost too old for you.
That's true.
So.
Like, you're on your 3rd grandchild now?
Bitch. No. Why is it?
You're like, bitch, no.
You're literally questioning my fertility, and you're making a joke out of the fact that I don't have kids yet, and like, I'm just trying to like get triggered. But I'm not. I do have 14 nieces and nephews, though, so if you want some, you can have them.
I also have 14 nieces and nephews.
I don't know. I guess then it doesn't matter. I guess you're on your 14th grandchild as well.
I am.
Yes. All your invisible...
All my invisible wives. I have several wives. I'm Mormon,
wives.
By the way.
Up to here with wives.
Polygamy for the win?
I was like,
no.
Your wife, the box, and the other box, and wait, that's so weird.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes that I've married.
And vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum does the most work.
Yeah, but like, what about that roll of
wrapping paper for some reason, even though I did put it in the other room, it somehow ended up over there.
It's enchanted.
Yeah.
It's haunted.
My cousin came to pick things up. He probably dropped it. I had a joke.
Is it your cousin's wrapping paper?
Yeah.
What's on it? No one cares.
Snowman's.
Snowman's.
I told him, I texted him today because he asked me if he could come over and use my computer, because he's got like a little Chromebook and all of his school stuff needs Windows.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah, sure. Also, by the way, can you stop in the basement and pick up that weird sex toy that you guys left? And he's like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, I was moving the couch into your room, and all of a sudden, it rolled out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I grabbed some gloves that you left, and I picked it up, and it started vibrating. And he's like, I'll have to see it. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I have to see it and make sure that it was mine. What? So
it was a joke, right?
Yeah, it was a joke, and then I was like, yeah, dude, I think it's yours, and he's like, I don't think it is mine.
Implying
and then I said, well, it's got your initials on it, and he said, oh, I don't initial my dildos. So I gave him some life advice.
He was probably fucking with you. Oh, to initial your dildos?
Yeah, I said,
always initial
you should initial your dildos in case you get a divorce or break up with your girlfriend, because you need to know whose dildos are whose. You don't want to be putting, taking her dildos and then, getting lawyers involved. Simple thing. That's...
Yeah, initial your dildos.
And he said he's not going to take that advice.
But like, where?
Which means he's either not going to break up with his girlfriend.
Where do you initial it? Is it on the staff or the balls? Or do you initial
all over.
it
You put it on the head and you put a smiley face on it.
Yeah. Ladies, if you're listening, or men, everybody.
Everyone with dildos. Hella dildos.
Hella dildos. Up to here with dildos.
So, he didn't actually have any dildos.
Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I should bring him on as a guest so he can explain about his dildos.
Yeah, you should. And he'll be like, I don't have any. And you're like, don't you?
And then I'll be like, what is this?
What's this?
And he'll be like,
What's
it's a beer bottle.
There's dildos everywhere.
Yeah.
What's this? There's dildos in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. What is this? Sorry. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
You
a lot.
should edit it out.
Yeah.
But it worked.
I had no plans on actually editing anything, and now I think we might have
Definitely
to.
edit it out.
like, whoops.
Yes.
Hello,
Dildos everywhere.
What's bad is, like, when you start singing, my mind went to, it's just what I always wanted, a Christmas delight.
Dildos? Yeah. Yeah, you should have chimed in, and then we could have done like a duet, like a weird.
It could have been like,
it was like a round.
that Pitch Perfect thing where you pick up the last word that they said and sing a song.
Yeah.
It's just what I always wanted, a dildo delight.
Yeah.
And,
It works.
I don't know a song that has delight in it, so I'm lost there.
Afternoon delight. But I had to start with delight.
Yeah, you could have started delight. What's the words to that?
I don't know. What? What? Afternoon delight?
The words after delight to afternoon delight.
Oh.
Like what? Isn't there singing?
When everything's look.
It's all before delight.
Yeah, no, but it
Is there nothing
when
after
it's
the delight?
Everything looks clear in the light of day, and you know that it's gonna be there anyway.
I honestly don't think there's anything after the word delight. Oh, no. It's afternoon delight, afternoon delight. And then that's it. There's.
Yeah, but like it doesn't end.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
I mean, has anyone heard that song outside of Anchorman?
Yeah. We used to do it karaoke.
I didn't do it karaoke.
My old friends group and I used to do it karaoke.
If it's before me, it
Because
didn't
like
happen.
sky, breakfast in flight, boo, afternoon delight, whoop, and we used to do it like afternoon delight. Yeah.
If it happened before I was around, it didn't happen.
To you, I agree. It did not happen to you. It's true.
No, there's that.
And that's fair about anything that anyone says. It's like, oh, it was before me, then, like, in my life, it didn't happen, so who cares? Like, you know what I mean? I'm talking, like, this is, like, a good thing. Like, it could be, like, with lovers, so people are like, oh, the people that get hung up on, like, people's exes or whatever.
Yeah, no,
and, like,
that's true.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know you, I don't care.
Yeah, if
We're together now.
It would be different if, like, it was a whole, they're there for the whole thing, and then...
Yeah, and you're there to watch it. Like, Noah and I were, meh. I mean, I kind of knew him when he was with Erica.
Yeah, but, I mean, you guys weren't even, like...
Not even thinking
talking,
about it. Yeah.
So
it's like, oh.
Hey, that's the guy in the back room.
Yeah.
Every time the door opens... Corbin Dallas! Corbin, my man!
Corbin Dallas,
I wouldn't even be in sight, and I'd hear it, and I'd just be like...
Yeah. Corbin, my man!
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be taking a poop, and then, like, the door would open. Corbin, my man!
And you're like, how did you see me?
Not just Noah, but, like,
everyone,
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't even the same Corbin spelling.
It doesn't matter.
They spell it with a K, which is wrong.
No, they don't.
And Corbin Dallas?
No, they don't.
Corbin Dallas is...
Do they?
Korben. And that is...
Oh, I think I never even looked at it. I just assumed it was Corbin the way you spell it.
So wrong. So wrong in so many ways.
We should watch the development.
It's, what is it, 30% wrong? 40% wrong?
Let's not matter.
2 out of 6 letters? 2 6 wrong?
Yeah, I mean...
No, I've known you for, like, 11 years?
Yeah.
2008, right?
Yeah,
so,
11 years.
Yeah. And, I would say
a lot of those years, actually, almost all those years I was with Noah. There's 1 year I wasn't. That was it.
you guys got together in 2009,
We got together in 2010.
so that'd be 2 years then.
Well,
Because like,
yeah, I guess
yeah,
2
because
years
remember,
and some
like,
change.
you
yeah.
were part of store setup,
Yeah.
and
Well, I didn't really know you then.
yeah.
So then there's like
I mean, honestly, I have no idea when we actually became friends.
yeah, I don't know.
Like, it
Sometime
just
in
naturally happened over
Yeah.
time. I just wore you down,
yeah.
as does I do.
As
As does I do.
As does I do. That's funny. And you're right.
Yeah. Man, these
Yeah.
are strong.
Yeah.
I mean, not this one. This one's only 4.1, but yeah.
Yeah. This one's only 5, I think. I don't know.
18.12.
18.12. This is 47.11. No, this is one of the ones I looked up, and I think it was something that was less.
Oh,
than-
the ones you looked up, I think the highest was 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that one, but I mean, we can review the footage later.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah. So I was watching a documentary about. It's called Three Identical Strangers.
Okay, I had to check. I'm gonna sit
Um,
normal here.
Three Identical Strangers, and it's fucked up because it's 3 brothers that were separated at birth, and they found each other later
And this
in
was
life.
a government experiment.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
turns out it was. So like it's a documentary everyone can watch. It's
Yeah.
3 Identical Strangers.
Netflix, Amazon.
No,
Hulu?
I watched it on Plex. So
Plex is not
It's not legal.
sponsor of this.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. But so they find each
I
other.
was just comparing the beers. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, but the cans. Right?
Yeah, we got the.
cans,
I'm on
the
a
cans.
can.
I'm on a bottle.
And,
So
yeah, so we're working through it.
we're
For
working
the
through it.
for the viewers at home,
For the user home. I'm drinking Jesus. Scary.
I'm drinking blonde
So
from Chicago.
Kim.
So government experiment with these
Right.
triplets.
So it turns out these triplets were separated at birth on purpose. And it was part of a government experiment to find out, like, under the guise of nature versus nurture. So, like, what is inherited and what isn't.
Yeah, the only thing better than that is like quadruplets.
Right, but it goes deeper. There are several sets of twins and triplets, and all these other people have no idea, because there's other sets. So there was another set involved in the movie, and they were separated at birth and they were like the families they went to were chosen. So like those triplets, one was with an affluent family, one was with a poor family, and one was with a
Rich family?
No, affluent is rich.
Oh.
And then poor family, and then like a
Middle class?
middle class
There we
family.
go. Alright.
I was like, what's the word? So like they intentionally did that, and to top it all off, to have the control, right? Each of those families also had an older daughter that was also adopted to those family.
Always a daughter?
Always a daughter.
Okay.
An older daughter.
I guess that makes sense to keep the control, is to keep it always as a
So, like, for those
as a
3
daughter,
in
yeah.
particular, for sure, 3 adopted daughters from the same adoption agency, and then the 3 brothers were split off into them. They can't find any substantial records. The person who was doing the study said that he had government funding, and that's all he's ever said, that some money came from Washington, and then he died. So
Did he mention Hillary Clinton?
he definitely said that Hillary Clinton
and then he
deleted a bunch of emails.
He shot himself in the
and
back
Donald
of the
Trump tried to fucking build a wall. No,
head.
what I'm saying is, like, it's a crazy thing. Like, I think
It
it's
does
like
seem wild. Like,
it's a wild experiment. Like, so we're gonna take these 3 brothers and we're gonna separate them, and then see what happens.
Yeah,
And especially if they know.
Scientifically, it is perfect.
I get it. I get why you want to do the experiment.
It could be better with quintuplets, septuplets.
But they did it with several sets.
Octomom.
So they said at least 60 to 100.
Ethically, it's
people.
Fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah, 60 to 100 people.
And you.
And every
the parents were all mentally ill, or
that's what they were getting to. Yeah.
Or at least
the mother was always mentally
in every case.
In almost every case, and in every case, one of the children or all of them had a mental illness, and there was at least 2 suicides that they know of.
Well, I
they
would say
intentionally
if the mother had a mental illness, then I would say definitely at least one of the kids is going to have. I think mental illness is an inherited trait in some cases.
but the studies were never published, and they never said anything about it. So this was back in the 70s and 80s when it could have been published, because the guy, like, these triplets became famous. Like in the 60s and 70s.
Oh,
we didn't know.
Yeah.
70s and 80s.
I was like, I don't know who they are.
In 70s and 80s.
What's their YouTube channel?
Yeah, in 70s and 80s. We didn't know about it. We were
yeah.
I was a baby and you were barely a sperm, and like it's.
In the 80s?
You were
I was a
coming
sperm
to
for
fruition.
like.
You're working your way up, you know.
Yeah,
you're
from the eyeball twinkle to the
you're working your way through.
Ball.
You're through it. But it's wild. Like I think you should watch it. And also, it's like, was the government making like weird? Because it was Jewish people too, so it was like a weird like.
Oh.
Nazi Jewish thing, and they were controlling like. It was it was through a Nazi or not Nazi.
You just said Washington was supporting it.
Washington was supporting it, and it was through like a Jewish adoption agency. So and
half my family was adopted from a Jewish adoption agency.
You should probably look into it. You guys might have twins somewhere, and it's probably DJ.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
DJ's not my family.
There are no, but that's what.
But Orchard's Children's Services, not sponsored, is where at the very least my 4 younger brothers were adopted from, and that's a Jewish agency.
Yeah. No, I mean this was back in the day, and I.
You think they're not doing it now?
I'm sure they are.
I mean, Joey and Alex are biological brothers, so.
I'm sure they aren't. I mean, sure they are. What? Aren't.
So maybe the experiment is on them.
You know what's silly is like after it, I was like, what if I have a twin? I was like, what the fuck am I kidding? I'm an Anderson through and through. Like I look just like my dad. Like what am I saying?
There was
the thing that I'm talking about.
That's a fucking government experiment, and that's fucking crazy. But how do I know that my family's not part of this experiment and not knowing and not earning from it?
You don't know until you look into it.
Well,
but you're not a twin, so you could still look into it. Because
how do I know that my family wasn't adopting kids just so that way they could say, let's test these kids?
Look into well, also, all those kids had like people coming and like taking tests
and prodding them. I had a lot of tests when I was a kid.
Prodding them and like taking a lot of video and like.
I had a lot of tests when I was a kid because the.
Yeah, but you had like weird lungs, probably.
Well, that was when I was like semi-adult.
Yeah, it was back when I met you.
Yeah, when I was 18.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was an adult and pretending not to be.
No, like you probably aren't part of it, but like I'm just saying, like it was a shitty and crazy thing that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird thing.
It is. It's a very weird thing.
It's a. I think that you should watch the documentary, and we should talk about it after, actually. So we should probably table this.
We should do a let's watch.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's do that. Let's do a let's watch. And then talk about it after. But, like, it's wild. Like, it's... Like, you know... Yeah. You don't expect people to do crazy things, but they do. You don't expect people to be crazy, but they is. Aya's crazy. Anyways. Also, let's change the subject. Can I change the subject?
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Aquaman.
I haven't watched it.
Well, shit. Well, no one I
Let's
watched.
change the subject.
No.
Is it on? Is it on DVD yet?
It's on Plex.
I don't have Plex. I mean, I have Plex. I don't have.
You're the reason why I have Plex.
Your
and now
access
I have
to Plex.
Plex.
Actually,
I'll give you
I
my
have
login.
Plex. This is
We can
this
change
is
it.
on the internet now. That's my Plex computer right down there.
Oh.
It's
I
I can watch Stargate all I want because that's all I have.
Anyways.
Because I took my DVDs and I put them in there and then I downloaded them all.
Aquaman. All I'll say is I fucking loved it.
So here's the thing.
It's the best thing to come out of DC.
You've seen Wonder
since,
Woman though, right?
Yeah. It's the
Okay.
best thing to
Since
come out
Wonder
of
Woman.
DC since fucking before. Well, since Man of Steel. Because fuck Wonder Woman, it's better than Wonder Woman.
Is it?
It's way better
Wait,
than
you like
Wonder
Man
Woman.
of Steel better than Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's leagues better than Wonder Woman.
Like 20 Leagues Under the Sea better
It's
than Wonder Woman?
2,000 leagues under the sea.
Well, shit,
Better.
you got the accurate description
Yeah,
there.
exactly. No. It is no. So no, when I started watching it, because we were like, let's just watch it, because I was like, I really want to watch it because I love Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Ronan Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I have no idea.
He used to be in the show called Stargate, which I have right down here.
Oh, Stargate. Yeah.
Atlantis, and yeah, he was great. I just rewatched the whole series like 2 months ago.
Mm.
It was worth it.
I might watch it. I'm getting really close to things I haven't watched before, so I'm just like, what do I watch? And I started watching
Let's watch
shitty
of
things.
Stargate, and we'll watch the whole first season, and then review it. And
Is it on Netflix or something? Stargate?
It's on Amazon Prime, all but the 4th and 9th season.
I think Annie signed into my Amazon, so.
If not, I can sign into your Amazon.
But Aquaman, I mean, it was everything that DC should be doing in all of their movies. They just didn't know how to do it until now. And I'm saying that because it's better than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was good. Justice League was shit. Batman vs Superman was shit. Aquaman was amazing. If you're looking at it comparison, in general, Aquaman was really good.
I think Wonder Woman was amazing, except for that last fight with Ares and the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that CGI was horrible, but CGI does not
Yeah.
make or break a movie for me.
No. Not at all.
I'm
telling you that
depending on how
Aquaman
bad it is.
Is better, in my opinion.
Justice League, I did enjoy. I didn't think it was a great movie by any means, but I had a low expectation going into it.
Me too.
But I enjoyed it.
Hate it.
You hated it? You didn't, there's nothing enjoyable.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, you know what's enjoyable? I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
I think Ben Affleck is a wonderful Batman.
I love Ben Affleck. Okay.
Yeah.
I love him as Batman. I love Henry Cavill as
Superman. Gal Gadot
I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Is it Gadot or Gadot?
Gadot, I thought. Whatever.
I've heard it pronounced both ways, so I
I
don't know.
love Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now, because I saw Aquaman. But
Barry Allen is the Flash.
No.
Ezra Miller?
Ezra Miller, I thought he was good.
Is it Ezra Miller?
It was Ezra,
I know it's Ezra.
something.
Ezra.
Yeah. I thought he was
great
he's a great as
actor.
well.
He is
He
as
played,
good as what's his name on CW.
The guy from CW, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. I agree, but we
Grant
were comparing.
Gustin. Yeah.
Grant Gustin. Yeah, we were comparing. But in the grand scheme of things,
the story
he
didn't
wasn't
support
the
the
problem.
characters.
He wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
It was the story. The story was shit. The screenplay was shit. Like, the whole storyline was shit. The way they wanted to direct the movie was shit. Nothing came together.
There's two different directors on that.
Exactly. Nothing came together. Well, because they fired.
They didn't fire him. His kid committed suicide and he left. Zack Snyder.
I thought they fired Zack Snyder.
No, his kid committed suicide and he left.
Oh no.
And then
That's so
Joss Whedon
terrible.
took over. So I didn't factor that into my decision, but I did feel that there were two different directions going on throughout the movie. You know, you'd watch...
For Justice League, right?
Yeah, you'd watch one or two scenes and it'd feel like, oh, this is just straight up action, drama, and all that. And then you watch another scene, it's action comedy.
It was just
you
bad.
so you knew Zack Snyder was action drama and Joss Whedon was action comedy. That's how I felt, but
I hated it.
overall I enjoyed the movie, but I had super low expectations for it. And I
hated
I loved
Superman,
the characters.
Batman vs Superman more.
See,
So.
aside from everything about Lex Luthor and Doomsday, I enjoyed, which is 70% of the movie. 70%.
You're enabling DC to make terrible movies.
No.
You're just like, oh yeah, it was
Lex
okay.
Luthor and
It
Doomsday
wasn't
was
okay.
70% of the
It
movie.
was
I
terrible.
enjoyed everything that didn't involve Lex Luthor. I enjoyed everything that didn't involve
I didn't.
Doomsday.
I didn't even, because like all of a sudden Gal Gadot just like shows up. Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I was like, now you've switched.
Gal Gadot.
You were saying Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Or Gal
Gadot. Yeah.
Gal drop my jaw.
Gal Gadot.
Gal
Gadot.
drop my jaw.
Gal
her new name.
Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw. Jabberjaw!
Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, Jabberjaw.
all of a sudden, she's just like sleuthing around. Like, what the fuck? We won't get into every issue that I've had with.
We can. We have time.
We
Yeah,
shouldn't. We might.
after a word from our sponsors, there are none.
Dark Horse.
Nope.
Jesus. Oh. Jesus. Do you sponsor us, Jesus? Don't, please. Because I don't believe in you. So. Don't believe in me.
But no, Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
I,
Gal Gadot.
I'm gonna say
Gal Gadot.
everyone that they picked out to play a character
Main
for a
character?
superhero, a main character,
Yes.
I thought was phenomenal.
Spectacular.
And I thought they did
And
their parts
they did.
phenomenal.
They played
the
them.
writing and the plot
The
were subpar.
story was actually just the worst. And also, fuck Lex Luthor. Like, fuck.
That was the worst thing in the
What's
world.
his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor. Ugh.
It was the worst
It was
idea.
so terrible.
Okay, you want to know what's
Ugh.
even worse? You remember 2.5 Men? The
Yes.
TV show with Charlie Sheen and
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Cryer? John Cryer, the younger brother. He's gonna be Lex Luthor in Supergirl. John Cryer, the whiny little brother, and 2.5 Men, Ducky, if you will, from 16 Candles.
I know who you're talking about, and no.
Yeah, he's Lex Luthor.
In the Supergirl CW show?
I don't know if he started yet, but he's going to be. He got the
In
role.
the Supergirl CW
Yeah.
show. Yeah, I don't watch that. I don't care.
Yeah, okay. Well, you should care. She's really hot. I'm kidding. I mean, she is hot, but, like, it's a decent show.
I started watching it.
But John Cryer as Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is an American patriot and very near and dear to my heart. And so when people do horrible things... I'm joking! I'm being very facetious.
I did just see someone that should be Lex Luthor. Who was it?
Bryan Cranston.
Yes, but no, it wasn't him.
Michael Rosenbaum. I mean, he was already Lex Luthor, but that guy was fucking...
He was amazing. From
Smallville? Yeah.
And that's the only thing I know from... I used to kind of watch Smallville, but I was like, man, that guy's really hot. And like, he was Lex Luthor.
Dude, I got
Fucking
all
great.
the seasons on DVD. We can do that too.
We can do that too. That'd be really fun. We can review them.
Yeah,
that'd be so fun.
I love Smallville.
No, who
It's
was
so
it? God, I don't remember.
Stephen Colbert.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, but I know that they're gonna reboot Suicide Squad. From what I heard.
Reboot?
Yeah, they reboot already.
just
No, they're
mix
gonna
it up.
reboot. No, well, because they're still doing Harley's movie, so they're
with
still doing with
Margot
Margot
Robbie.
Robbie, and I love Margot Robbie.
She is perfect for that
She
role.
was amazing and beautiful
honestly,
and great.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was shit.
The casting though,
The casting
was really
was great.
good, except for Will Smith.
No, I loved Will Smith.
He
I
wasn't
thought he was
Deadshot.
great. I thought he was good. I thought he was
Will
really
Smith
great.
could have been
I thought he was
any
good. I thought
other
he was
role.
great. I'm literally contradicting myself.
he's not Deadshot. It's Deadshot to me is I'm not gonna say his name right. Manu Bennett. From Arrow. No. That's that. Oh shit.
Deathstroke.
Wow, I'm wrong. No.
You're mixing.
Okay.
I want the can.
So no,
That's
but there's that
Deathstroke.
other guy from Arrow that was really good as Deadshot. And then he died when the building collapsed and all that, or not. He was
I don't
on the
think he was
building.
better than Will Smith.
I
think you were
Mixing them up.
mixing up. Yeah, you were thinking of Deathstroke, not Deadshot. I think
Still,
I think Will
it
Smith
was
is
Will Smith
perfectly
played Will
fine
Smith
Deathshot.
with a rifle and as a bad guy.
And Will Smith can play Will Smith in whatever he plays in, and I think it's
Wild
great.
Wild West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West is a great movie.
Really?
Yeah, I love Wild Wild West.
Okay.
It's
I
great. I think it's hilarious.
enjoy Wild Wild West as much as I enjoy Justice League. It's a good popcorn flick. The story is awful. The characters and cast are
Is there something to base it off of that
Good.
you're judging?
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
No, it's just not very good.
Oh.
It's
Well, I think it's good for what it is. I
a
think
popcorn flick. Then
yeah,
yes.
but you can't call Justice League a popcorn flick because they're basing it off of iconic fucking heroes that have already existed.
Yeah, but
They're trying to fulfill those shoes.
yeah, but
You're
look,
you're joking yourself. You can't put that on the same level.
Okay.
Wild Wild West is a fun movie.
okay.
Justice League is not. Justice League is
I have fun with
standing
Justice League.
is standing on the legs of a lot of other
Okay.
predecessors.
You have
I separate. I think you should separate them.
Wild Wild West and Justice
Yes,
League.
yes,
Okay.
100%.
Justice League.
Separate them. Tell me.
I'm separating them. I'm
Okay.
separating them.
Separate
However,
you got to keep them separated.
you gotta keep them
Hey,
separated.
yeah, exactly.
Justice League is based off of what 60 years of comic books. So I want you to take a look at 60 years of comic books
Yeah.
and go, oh, okay. How many of these were good?
Well, I refuse to read them all, so I refuse to do that.
Yeah. You refuse to read them all. Okay, then look at reviews
Okay.
and go, how many of these were good?
Okay.
And then, how many of these were fucking awful? Now, I'm not saying Justice League is in any way true to the comics. However, the theme of the comics, which is they have a few good ones. And then they have a lot of shit in between. Justice League's right there. And true
Okay.
to its thing.
I'm definitely gonna stop you there and say none of that even pertained to Wild Wild West. So what you need to do
You told me to separate them!
What I'm saying is retract your statement. Retract your statement.
So, okay, I'm going to retract my statement and say you have something that is based off of something that has 10 times more shit than Wild Wild West.
Okay.
Wild Wild West is not based on anything
Right, but that's why
other than another comic.
And that's why I don't understand your hatred toward it, because
towards Wild Wild
you
West.
can
It's
like
not a
some,
good movie.
You can like.
Justice League is not
Yeah.
a good movie. It's entertaining. It's a popcorn flick.
That's fine. That's fine. That's all.
That's
fine.
the same way
That's
Wild
fair
Wild West
enough.
is.
That's fine.
Wild Wild West, they took the giant mechanical spider right out of a Kevin Smith script, and it wasn't even
well,
Kevin
now
Smith's
you're
script.
getting crazy. I don't
Kevin
know what you're
Smith
talking about.
was told to he was going to write a Superman story,
Yeah.
and they said no, and then because they wanted a giant spider, he's like, what the fuck? And then they said no, and then they made 2 years later
No.
this.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what you're talking about. That's weird.
it's okay. It's okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. So
But
all I know,
yeah, Justice League,
giant spiders, Kevin
Giant
Smith,
spiders,
popcorn
Kevin Smith,
flicks,
Popcorn
Wild Wild
Flicks,
West.
Wild Wild West.
I enjoyed
Same
Wild Wild
thing.
West. It's not a good movie.
I loved it for what it was, which is entertaining. But
Which
yeah,
is-
Justice League was shit.
Justice
think it was
League is not a
shit.
good movie.
I
It was
thought-
entertaining.
Suicide Squad was shit.
Suicide Squad was also shit.
I did.
It was not entertaining. Margot Robbie is the only
Great.
good part of that.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
they had good casting
not the only
throughout,
part. Ugh.
but Will Smith was not right for that.
I think he was.
It was
okay.
the Will Smith
I
show,
think he was okay.
and he wasn't even the star of
I
the Will
didn't.
Smith show.
I thought
Margot
it was a
Robbie
Margot
was.
Robbie show. I thought
Well,
it was
Margot
Harley
Robbie's
Quinn show.
butt show, so I
But
mean, like she was the
she was spectacular
perfect for that because
as Harley
but-
Quinn, and as a Harley Quinn fan, I think she
Yeah.
was amazing, and I loved her, and I questioned her until I saw her, and I was like, yes, Queen.
yeah, no, honestly,
Yes,
I
Queen.
actually wish that they would have put her in a little bit more of the Harley Quinn traditional like clothing and all that.
Yeah, I wanted to see her in the jumpsuit because that's
Yeah.
my Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Is
Well,
the Justice League cartoon.
and the
Harley
thing
Quinn.
is I wanted to see her in that jumpsuit because like, yeah, you put a girl in like a really tight shirt and skirt, or not skirt, shorts, and that's all that people are gonna look at.
No,
And that-
not for me, but
No.
yes, I
Yeah,
was looking
well,
at that.
The
But
general
I was looking at her
public,
face.
John PQ
Like,
or whatever,
everything
or
she
John
did-
PP or whatever.
As far as her like acting,
She
and
did a
her
phenomenal
face,
job
it was,
of holding
it
that up.
was
Yeah,
100% for me.
Yeah.
100% Harley Quinn.
yeah. The only
was
problem
so
I
good.
had with Harley Quinn at all in this movie was the Joker.
And that was a bad writing. Like,
That was because Jared Leto is
'Cause
an
I-
amazing actor.
Jared
but
Leto's an
the
amazing
look and the
actor.
writing were horrible.
The look could have worked if they didn't make the writing so terrible. Because the look matched Harley, but like they made him feel
They made him
They
chase
made-
Harley.
exactly, and that
that's not
doesn't work.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it doesn't translate because you're literally going 100% against the comic book and like how those characters are. And
Yeah.
even me and Noah, we were like, we're not one of those weirdo people that are like, oh, Harley, this is
yeah,
what
the
we wanna
greatest
be.
relationship
No,
ever. No,
we just
no.
like it for fun, and
No.
we're like, he would never miss her that much. He would literally
He would have left her.
never.
He would have
would've
left
left
her there.
He would have
unless
left her so hard.
the only way that he would have done that is if she would have had some kind of information or something that
could
could have
benefit
benefited
him.
him
Exactly.
or
He would
destroy
literally,
him.
He would literally let her die.
if it helped him out,
yeah.
then
Then
then it's I love you.
He
you know?
wouldn't lay
All right, babe.
in a weird like array. Like the biggest qualm I have with it, and one of the biggest, not the biggest, one of the biggest, is him laying in the array of like daggers and baby clothes. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And
no.
he's like, oh, I miss her. No, you don't, because you're the Joker, and you don't miss anyone ever.
Yeah. It's maybe Batman.
Maybe you miss Batman. Like, that's
Yeah.
different. That's a weird
That-
sociopath thing.
That's
But,
the thing.
like,
if,
I would accept
if
that.
Jared Leto was like, oh, I miss Ben Affleck, I would have been
Yeah.
like, that's the
But
fucking
not-
Joker.
not
that's
Ben
that's
Affleck.
him.
But yes.
Yeah.
But-
well, maybe Ben Affleck. I mean,
Maybe.
like,
I mean, I miss Ben Affleck. He was a spectacular Batman as well.
He was-
If we're on that subject.
honestly, I think he is an amazing Batman and Bruce Wayne.
I love him.
And I really wish that fuck up Justice League and not give a good story.
I really wish that they would just do a Batman.
Batman and Wonder Woman movie. I want to see that.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I love Henry Cavill as Superman too, though. So
well, I
that's-
mean, he can
that's so-
make a cameo. That's
So this is my biggest.
they're all fucking amazing for the
This
role.
is my biggest thing, and I'm gonna take a drink of this. I'm gonna set it down, and I'm gonna get crazy for a second
All right.
because I can't even. Wait, have some of that too. So.
Oh, that peanut butter stuff.
Yeah, have some of that. It's
Yeah, it hits.
not peanut butter.
It hits. It hits
so
pretty hard.
DC has literally and arguably the three biggest, most notable, most like recognizable heroes: Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and
Yeah.
they can't make a good movie.
Arguably.
It's fact. It's a fact.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and
But-
also, like Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are like 6'5", 10.
We're not talking
you know.
about like the size
So
of the people.
I
I'm
know,
talking
but
about.
You're saying biggest, and I'm saying
I'm
they're
saying
the biggest.
like literally. No, like that's it. Like remember
Yeah.
growing up, like that's
Yeah.
who's who of
Yeah.
all superheroes.
Iron Man was
No
just
one
that
even-
guy you kind of heard of.
No one knew about Iron Man. No one knew about
You
Thor.
Knew, you
I
didn't
didn't
know
even
about
know.
Spider-Man
Kinda.
because
yeah.
of cartoon.
You knew about Spider-Man a little bit. Nobody knew about the Marvel characters at all.
Yeah, you knew about the Hulk.
Yeah, you know.
Hulk
Oh,
and
I used to
Spider-Man.
watch the Incredible Hulk.
With David Banner.
No, with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David Banner was the
No,
non
Bruce
Hulk.
Banner.
No, in the show it was David Banner.
Was it?
Yeah, they
Oh.
couldn't afford the rights to
But
Bruce.
I remember because it changed the way I used to run, which was terrible. Because I used to run on my tippy toes, so I thought it made you run faster. Because like when Luke,
That's how Freakazoid runs. That's how I run.
when he would become the Hulk,
yeah.
he'd run on his tippy toes, and that's how I
Yeah.
used to run.
Freakazoid would run like this
when I
on his
was a
tippy
child.
toes, and I would do that.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
we were both weird,
Yeah.
really weird runners.
yeah. But well, you were less weird because you ran on your tippy
I wasn't
toes,
doing that.
and
yeah.
and I ran like this, and
that thus displays
and I thought I
our
had
normal life
superpowers.
where
you know,
I'm weird and you're extra weird. So
I am very extra. Thank
yeah,
you.
extra weird. Yeah. So like they have all these magnificent
hitters.
creatures,
They have
and
the French toast. They have the Kentucky bourbon, and they have the
and then like what are they doing with it?
the Haze Force.
Yeah, what are they doing with it? They're
fucking
squandering
wasting
it.
Yeah.
Well, and
The thing is, and not only do they have the heavy hitters, they cast it perfectly.
perfect people for
Yeah.
the
Because
best
aside
heroes.
Aside from Christopher
Literally
Reeve,
the best heroes.
they have not had a better Superman.
Ugh.
Like I love Tom Welling,
And
I love Dean
and
Cain.
Henry Cavill's done now,
and Henry
right?
Cavill.
Isn't he done now? And
I don't know if he's done, but I know
terrible.
Ben Affleck's done.
Ben
Because
Affleck-
they're doing
Yeah,
See, I
because
don't know-
they try to do a young Batman now.
they're doing a young
Don't-
Batman,
yeah,
they're doing a
don't-
young Joker.
Just do Batman
Or not a young
as
Joker,
Ben Affleck.
because
Just do Ben
Joaquin
Affleck.
Phoenix is going to be the new Joker. Did you see that?
I saw that.
I thought he did pretty well, but
I love Joaquin Phoenix, but
I love River
I'm not,
better. But,
I'm
you
not
know.
ready for it. River Phoenix, me too. Oh. But no, like, just
Yeah, no,
let's
they
give
need
us
to,
some time to marinate in what you got, and like they're not doing it.
They're not doing it at all.
It's just upsetting because they have such good characters, such good people playing those characters.
Yeah,
And
And
you
then
made
they just-
shit movies,
they
but
hired-
you just released Aquaman, and Aquaman, I'm sorry,
I heard Aquaman was
it
wonderful.
was fucking amazing. Honestly, no one I watch, and I watch it with a grain of salt because it's a DC movie, and I assume they're gonna drop the ball. And
How
I
is,
assumed.
Amber Heard in it.
I-
Aside from her hotness.
I thought she was great. I think
Okay.
she outshined her hotness, honestly.
Okay, good.
And I
'Cause-
feel like
Because she's
Jason
one of those
Momoa
actresses.
outshined his hotness. And honestly, like, because you could say I'd like it because I love Jason Momoa.
No, I know enough to know
but
that you can
you
put
know
that to the
that I can
side.
put that to
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah, but when
It
it comes
was
to Amber
hilarious.
Heard, that's different. You couldn't put that to the side.
No, I couldn't because she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
But she's one of those actresses that
She didn't-
she does really fucking well.
She didn't
Like
even look
she
like
can
herself.
be an amazing actress, and then there's other movies where she does it, and you're just like, oh, so you're just like the hot chick?
She didn't even look like
And-
her. I had to look it up.
Oh, really?
Like, not that she didn't look like her, but I was like, She,
I thought I grabbed that
she
beer.
was who she,
That was-
she was who she was. You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
expecting
Like,
peanut butter. I got hops.
oh,
It was.
that's
Woo.
harsh. Just a harsh,
Yeah.
harsh thing. No, she was who she was in the movie, and I don't want to spoil because no spoilers. But
Yeah.
like, like I went to bed thinking about the movie, like, and I didn't anticipate it because I assumed that all the DC movies are shit because Wonder Woman was pretty good, but this puts Wonder Woman to rest. Like, this movie puts Wonder Woman.
I think
way
Wonder
under.
Woman would have been way better if
it was shorter. In my opinion.
Maybe Ares in that final battle was just shit. I don't know if it was because of the fucking CGI mustache that he had on it.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
he was not threatening. He was. You remember Dragonheart with Sean Connery? He was the prince, and that's all I saw was this whiny little bitch that had half a heart of a dragon and squandered it, and and it fueled my hatred. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
You took a dragon's heart and you ruined it, and now you're fighting Wonder
now
Woman.
You're fighting. Yeah. I mean, I thought Wonder Woman was good.
I really did enjoy it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was good. I mean, I love Chris Pine. Obviously,
yeah,
Gal Gadot,
you got a jaw dropping, grab her jaw.
Yes.
Yeah. That woman is like perfect for Wonder Woman.
I didn't think she was until I saw Wonder Woman.
Oh.
I'll be honest, because I was like, this tiny person is gonna play Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's a tiny person.
Wonder Woman is an Amazon.
Okay.
She's an Amazon, and she's an Amazonian.
For the Amazons.
Giant, strong woman.
For the Amazons, she's kind of
Did you
tiny.
see all the movie? Yeah, but like all the people in the movies. So all the other women are huge.
Yeah,
and muscular,
I know. Like
and
Lucy
she's
Lawless
just like
was
this.
in it and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm okay with it because she was partly like, isn't she like part human or whatever, part God? And
yeah.
So like she's different.
I might be remembering it wrong.
And
but
I'm okay with it, but
she's Zeus's kid, right?
I think she is Zeus's daughter.
Yeah.
I think.
See, I had this book that I grew up with. It was Wonder Woman. Like, it was weird. It was like almost Disney-ish, but it was Wonder Woman, and it explained how
now it's fine, but
no, it's not because DC
Disney
is not no.
Oh,
other
sorry.
brand,
Marvel.
yeah.
My bad.
But it was a very Disney type book, and it was Wonder Woman, and it explained how she came from clay pots. So, like that's my history of Wonder Woman. Is her mom wanted a child and then crafted it out of clay, not that it came from the gods. So there's some differences in the canon, I guess. People were like, oh, well, Zeus just made her, and then other people said Zeus blessed the clay, or Zeus banged the mom and the clay was an excuse.
Yeah.
You know, as gods do.
I have zero.
Yeah. No, that's what I grew up with thinking Wonder Woman was, because as a small child,
As a small child, I never thought of Wonder Woman.
My grandma had two books that she would read to me, and one was a Mickey Mouse and the Giant book, and the other one was Wonder Woman. I don't know why the Wonder Woman came around.
I'm not judging. I think it's awesome. Like
see, here's the thing: is like Grandma was super Christian to where if Zeus was involved, it was evil. You know, like not evil, but like she wouldn't bring that up.
Oh.
You know. So, anyways,
weird.
It was that kind of book, and I fucking loved it. It was wonderful.
Weird. You're being weird now. What are you getting to?
So
what are you getting to? You better get at it now.
The point is that to me, Wonder Woman came from clay pots, and her mom loved her into existence, like Pinocchio and Geppetto. That was pretty much it. Whereas in the movies, they say, "Oh, it's Zeus," and in the comics, there's like 18 origin stories for everybody.
I was talking about Aquaman,
So
he changed it.
I know, but I've seen Wonder Woman, and I had to manipulate the conversation. Do you want to talk about Stargate Atlantis and Ronan Dex?
Let's not.
All right.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was pretty good. It wasn't as good as Aquaman, in my opinion. I think Aquaman was actually a standout as far as
That's good.
the ways DC is concerned. I think they did a good job. I think this is the first movie they actually 100% crushed.
100%.
There's shit that I didn't like about it, but I'd put it right up there with Man of Steel, and I loved Man of Steel. And Man of Steel was a really good movie, and you won't change my opinion about that. So.
I'm not going to change your opinion about that because I really liked Man of Steel, despite everybody's hatred of it.
Yeah, I fucking loved Man of Steel. I don't know about the second one. I have to rewatch it.
The second one was either Batman vs. Superman or Justice League. Batman vs. Superman was the next one, yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. Batman vs. Superman,
meh.
Anything involving Doomsday and Lex Luthor was god-awful. Except for the piss in a jar scene. I kind of like that. I was like, way to go, Jesse. Way to go.
Yeah.
But he was not Lex Luthor.
He was the worst.
He is not in any way Lex Luthor.
And also, to have... It didn't make sense for one of their biggest villains to be immediately there.
No,
they could have made
happens,
it work.
It happens where the biggest villain is immediately there. However, they had the biggest villain and the one that killed Superman and immediately there together. That was the problem. You know, you have in the first movie, you have General Zod. General Zod was a visionary leader that was just misrepresented. To quote Harvey Specter. But, also the truth. These bad guys are just misunderstood, okay?
Well, listen, I'm all about the villains, but
yeah.
No, you're right.
But General Zod, I think that was the right choice for Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I thought him snapping his neck, it was not a Superman thing to do, but it was
necessary.
It was necessary. Yeah, it was
he had
like
to.
you could see the pain in his eyes while he did it, and people are like, Superman would never do that, and you're like, because the Superman
he had to do it.
The problem with Superman is he's a fucking Boy Scout, and everything is exactly right to the ethics. Everyone bitches about
it. Well, they use it too. Like the villains use that to their expense. So like, he's not gonna kill us. So fuck it.
Superman has a choice. I can watch this guy slowly move his eye vision towards these people, or I can just done. And what's gonna stop General Zod? A consistent battle.
Whom I
with
love, the guy
Art
who
Man.
played him.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I can't remember his name. I always call him Van Alden.
He was in Boardwalk Empires.
Yeah, I call him Van Alden from Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, I still feel like he's alive in Boardwalk Empires, just killing people with laser vision. Which would make no sense, and I would love it.
It would make no sense.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're recording this.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. But
hey, this is gonna be like drunken outtakes.
B-roll.
B-roll is the fancy stuff where you're like, this is a camera.
Oh, what? No.
It's the stuff that happens when you're talking over stuff. You're like, oh. You're like, if we're talking and then I take a photo of everything that's going on.
Wait, so like if I do this, it's B-roll?
If you do that, like if we're talking and then...
yeah, but you're not recording this.
Well, let's say we are recording it, and another camera comes out and gets a different angle real quick, scoping out the scene.
Is there another camera?
I think that's B-roll.
Is there another camera?
This is B-roll right now. We're gonna do this. I gotta turn on the camera. This is B-roll.
And yeah. So like it actually isn't now because like I'm gonna turn it over to this. So B-roll would be like if I walked out of that room and just was like this, and we were continuing our conversation, and then and you didn't react to the camera, or if I was just getting the bottles.
I didn't react
Yeah.
to the camera.
I think that's what it is. I'm not a
filmmaker in any way, so I would say.
Oh my God! It's so late. It's 11:50.
Oh. So, we should probably get you home.
Okay. We were talking about Aquaman.
We're
Did
talking
you
about
watch
Aquaman. I haven't watched it.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's really good.
It
And okay, so I just want to say, what I do think they did well is it was funny without being blatantly funny. I think it made fun of itself, which is fun.
That's what they need to do.
That's what they need to do.
Yeah, that's why Marvel is capitalizing so much.
Exactly.
But
'Cause they're
Marvel is oversaturated right now.
Well,
there's so much.
Yeah, but I think it's great.
It's great, but there's so much.
Well, this is why I think Aquaman did so well, is because like DC does not have that, and the way they wrote the movie and scripted it, and in the way that Jason Momoa played it, it's believable. It's hilarious. I think I fully believe him as that character, even though I follow Jason Momoa on Instagram. I know who he is-ish. I know who his persona is, but it's like, man, like...
Yeah, he's Ronan Dex.
He's killing it. And but like, maybe. like, he's also
No, he
Khal
is
Drogo.
Ronan Dex. I
but
mean,
like,
yeah.
He didn't carry the movie. The movie had a story.
That's the thing. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, like
because Justice League, all those characters were there and they're perfect.
And they could have done it, and the story killed it.
Exactly.
And for this movie,
as much as they carried the movie, the story just was a fucking anchor.
And I feel like for this, it was like he carried the movie, the story, everything went together.
The story was a boat, and he was on it.
Yeah.
Keeping with
he
the
might have been
Aqua
like
theme.
driving the boat, but like
they
were still on the same path. And as far as everything else that DC
I'd hope if he's
done,
driving the boat and him are on the same path, like, that'd be weird. Like,
he's driving the boat.
Where's my boat?
There's a snake in my boat.
There's a snake in my boat. All right.
I feel like that's a weird thing that happened for the other movies.
Snake in the boat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, snakes on a boat. It could be a weird thing.
Yeah.
Good movie, though.
They just... Snakes on a boat?
It's,
no. I never even watched Snakes on a Plane. So... I'm pretty sure Samuel L. Jackson would not do it again.
If the paycheck's right, that man will do anything.
Right, but...
He's a phenomenal actor.
Samuel L. Jackson's
and if the paycheck's right, he'll do anything.
Samuel L. Jackson's amazing, yes. I agree. I don't know about his paycheck, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I
think they paid him a whole, like $40 for Snakes on a Plane. And a Royale of cheese.
Oh, probably a Royale of cheese for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, you're probably right on that.
No, I think Snakes on a Plane was god-awful, but, he's probably the most enjoyable part of that movie. So.
To be honest, I never watched it. Not once.
Yeah.
And I always keep thinking about Christina Ricci, but that's Black Snake Moan. Yeah. And that's a good movie.
It is,
and
but
I did watch it.
Here's the thing.
Very disturbing.
You have to be in the right mood for it. And
yeah,
also, it's a musical.
Yeah, you can't just watch Black Snake Moan.
everyone that's recommended to me was like, "Oh, you didn't watch this movie?" And I was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me it was a musical." It's not a musical. It's a musical. There's a lot of music in it.
I didn't feel like it was a musical.
There's like 18 songs in this movie, and they sing at least 3 or 4.
That's not a musical.
That's a musical to me.
A musical sings.
South Park's a musical. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. That's a musical.
Yeah, that's a musical.
It won awards. If that's a musical, then anything that has a ton of music in it, and then the main cast sings the music, is a musical.
The main cast has to sing the music more so than the music has to be there.
Maybe not more so.
Definitely more so.
I don't know.
A musical requires the people to sing the music.
Yeah, they
100%.
sing. But he sang like 3 or 4 songs in that movie, and I don't know how many songs were in there, but he sang a lot of music in it.
Who? What?
Samuel L. Jackson.
In what?
Black Snake Moan. There was a lot of music in it that was played live, or not live, but live in the television aspect. There's a lot of music in it. Now, I might be biased because my brother was like, I hate musicals, blah, 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 blah. And then me and my cousin watched it with him because he put it on.
Musicals?
And we're like, this is a goddamn musical. This is really
Have you ever watched...
Seven Brides for Seven Brothers?
Yes, Queen! That's a good musical. It's a musical, though.
Yeah. My Fair Lady is the
Fair
greatest
Lady.
musical of all time.
I love it.
Yeah.
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air. With one
I think My Fair Lady is the perfect musical. It's timeless. It really is.
Lots of coal making lots of wheat. Sorry.
You want me to keep recording that? We are still recording. I forgot that I turned it on.
Warm face, warm hands.
This is gonna be a lot of editing this weekend.
Yeah, My Fair Lady's fucking great.
Yeah. But like I said, it's timeless. It's a
Mary Poppins.
Is it? Yeah, Mary Poppins is a musical,
musical,
but it's controversial now. Because
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding
I'm not.
me?
Yeah.
Take me home.